But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Well, here we are.
Thank you, babe. Guess you didn't want me in the picture.
Hello, welcome to God, Grace, and Ghana, where we chronicle our journey from Houston, Texas to Ghana, Africa. In lieu of my beautiful wife being absent, I have decided to do a video on just why we have decided to leave and go to Africa, leave the USA and go to Africa. Now, me and my wife are not the only ones in this endeavor. We're not alone in our thoughts. And because of recent events, the war in Iran and the things that ICE are doing in the United States, we want to take a pause and a break and focus back on the USA. When I say a pause, a break from videos on Africa. We have a few more that we want to show you. A video about us shopping in Africa, a video about us seeing a house for the first time, the new construction, a video about our interview with Royal Kingdom Estate. That's still to come, but in the interest of recent events with President Trump in the United States, we want to show you a few clips about how people are feeling about the United States right now, people who are living in the United States. And also, a little bit later on, we're gonna show you a video about how people feel about coming to the United States. That's in the interest of current events, and I want to, first of all, lead off with my wife and myself, how we feel about this country right now in lieu of, again, current events. And I'm going to show you video clips of how other people feel about it and what they're saying about leaving the United States. Not just how we feel about it, but why people are deciding to leave and why probably you should too. I'm going to conclude in the end with my synopsis or conclusion of this video, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started.
So, Patrick, why don't you tell me your reasons for relocating to Ghana?
And the catalyst, not the reason, but the catalyst was when Donald Trump got elected, and we could really see how people in America, now it wasn't no secret how people in America felt about people of color. But after Donald Trump got elected, it's as if people felt like it was okay to take their hoods off, okay to get on to their tweets, okay to get on Facebook, social media, and really let their hair down and show you what they thought, how you feel, to the point we say, okay, it's time to get up out of here.
Well, our reasoning for moving is not just Trump. Everybody wants to say it's Trump and he'll be leaving office soon, and why are you leaving? It's not him. What he's done is made it possible for us to see that there are more people out there that do not care for us. It's way more than I thought. And I can't do it. Even if he leaves office, the damage that he's done is going to take years and years to recover from. And most importantly, if you read in your Bible, you need to leave. That's number one.
American voters are sharing why they are leaving the USA because of Trump politics. They are done and packing up to move to another country. The political noise has become a physical daily weight, and for many, the only option left is to get out while they still can.
If you are thinking about leaving the United States, especially if you live in a red state, I just want to let you know you're not alone. I'm Lindsay, and me and my husband and my 2 small kids moved from Kentucky to the Netherlands 3 months ago. The number of people from Kentucky who reached out to me to ask how they could leave too has shocked me. Kentucky's a red state, right? But people don't talk about it. They might not say it out loud. But blue dots, you are not alone. Other Kentuckians want to leave. People have now reached out to me from all over the country asking for help on how to leave, and it's only growing. So the worse things get, the more people are going to be talking about leaving.
As we flee the U.S. And I know fleeing sounds dramatic and like something from a movie, but it's really true. We just feel so scrutinized and so silenced and so being portrayed as enemies within and being portrayed as domestic terrorists because we're standing up for what we believe in this country and what we believe is being violated and is going into an authoritarian regime, and is in it actually, and has been since he hit the ground running in January, the day he was inaugurated.
The rumors are true. I've decided to pack up my things and leave the United States. It was an easy decision to come to, but it was also a very easy decision to come to when you weigh out the pros and cons. I feel like life is too short, and I feel like living in this country for about the past 5 years now has taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot about how much people love to clamor about freedom and talk about safety and talk about all kinds of things, and how easy it is for them to be blinded from the reality of the situation. I felt, I'm not happy here. I felt like I'm not okay here. I'm not safe here, and neither was my family. And this has happened on multiple occasions where it was a problem. And it's not just me that's speaking these kind of words. There's lots of people. Government is going to pull up and you might not see your family again. They're literally kidnapping people in the streets. Anyway.
I'm leaving the United States, brother. I am fully engaged in relocating and emigrating with my family, finding one of those safe havens around the world where we can just plug in and become part of a community, become part of a globe, understand and raise my children as global citizens who are American rather than American citizens who reject the globe. One issue that I can't get past is just the willful ignorance, the civil breakdown, the idea that we can't reach out to our neighbor, the fact that we don't know what's going on in the world. Like, this is an American phenomenon, for sure.
And started seeing fucking reality. And the truth is, we're being lied to our entire life.
When he won the election in 2024, I think we were in shock, and so we decided to give ourselves 6 months to see how it was going to go. Those 6 months felt bad. Not only did things not get less expensive, we also had an e-commerce business that was greatly affected by the tariffs that went into place. We both worked full-time in addition to having this e-commerce business, and we still were feeling financially stretched. I think what became clear sometime in the spring, early summer, is how different the United States was going to be after his presidency. It wasn't going to be like, okay, well, if we can get through these 4 years, then it won't feel so bad anymore. There's just so much destruction that has happened, dismantling the Department of Education, the CDC, the EPA, ruining our national parks, or at least attempting to, healthcare, childcare. These are all things that are being torn down, not fixed. And so thinking about my kids' futures, it's going to be a very different United States for my kids' generation than it was for me growing up. I don't know how we would afford college for 3 kids in the United States, if I'm being fully honest. I was worried about gun violence every single day.
I can't stress enough how much I'm not trying to make this about me as much as I'm trying to shed light for those who truly don't get it yet. You should care that your fellow citizens are now being forced to leave the country to stay married. That's where we've gotten, and if that's okay with you, what the hell? To stand 10 toes down behind this administration and to support them at the expense of your fellow citizens should cause alarm bells. You should not be able to rationalize that.
And I promise I'm not trying to fearmonger, but at the acceleration that things are happening in the United States, I would plan to start moving sooner rather than later.
Okay, so to wrap this up, give me some of your final thoughts.
Do it. if you're thinking about it, if you're contemplating it, pray about it, and I'm sure if God is going to speak to you the way He spoke to us, He do it. You know, it's just like the slogan they got a big company in America: just do it, just do it. Because hey, things not gonna get better in the States for people of color. You know, I'm making no secret of how I feel about things that's going on. With that being said, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, my advice is to just do it.